First one is from. Oh my god, you're laughing here? So this is true.
Oh yeah,
Oh
you'll
my
like
god.
this.
Okay, so Marquise Duckett. The subject is Dominik promo.
He wrote a promo for Dom.
Did he really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Cody, you got a kazoo ready?
Yeah.
Hey, just what is your opinion on a Dominic promo I came up with the cut on Cody? Sent this in on July 27th. I guess
He
it was
means
June
June.
27th.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my apologies is right after the match takes place. Okay, here's the promo. You know,
Right.
Cody, I've had a lot of time to think on our match at Money in the Bank. And honestly, I see that we have a lot of similarities. With one being we are both second generation stars with Hall of Fame dads in this business. However, that is where the similarities end. Unlike you, I'm trying to go down the path my father laid.
Not trying.
You not trying to go down my path my father laid. You, on the other hand, are going down the same path that your father laid. And at the end of the day, 20 years from now, you will go down in the history books just like your dad. A deadbeat dad that spent his career as a mid-card act that could never win Vince's big gold belt. And then he drops the mic.
Ooh.
Then Cody slaps Dom and then starts a brawl because of that heated thing. What? And that's the email. Conan, what do you think of this promo?
I thought it would be worse. You get heat by saying your dad was a mid Carter his whole life when obviously outside of the WWE he wasn't. It wasn't nothing special. It's very short, but it wasn't
Not
bad.
quite on the level of my notes that I sent you for
The
Tully
notes for these
Blanchard.
for
That
Tully
was
Blanchard.
yeah. Remember that one?
Joe, did you ever put that on Patreon? By the way,
Yeah, back when we did it. Yeah, yeah.
you did put on Patreon Joe's notes for
Yep.
promo ideas. How did it get over the comment section like
And
on that?
everybody buried me, of course. But as I thought about it and sent it, I was like, this is so good for the show. But either way.
All right, here's the next one from Jared Aviat, who still hasn't apologized for being wrong on Liv Morgan. She's still babyface, by the way.
Right.
She's not. Yeah. Are we going on a year now? Close to a
Right.
year almost.
Yeah, and she just returned, and she returned
As
as what? A heel or a
baby,
face? Yeah. Okay.
babyface, big pop. Okay, the subject is Young Bucks, most overrated tag team. Hi, K100 fam. Hope everyone is doing well. Before the little crystals crack, I met one of the Young Bucks and had a good conversation about music with Papa Buck. So what I'm about to say is not personal. However, can the K100 crew definitively state that in terms of promos, quality wrestling, and long-term box office impact, would the Young Bucks be the most overrated tag team of all time? What legacy have these guys left to belong in the same conversations of Road Warriors or Stevens and Bockwinkel? Thank you. All the best, Jared. Um, yeah, they're definitely overrated because they've only been because Meltzer's just put them over ad nauseum. They've never the only way you can judge your worth in the wrestling business, okay, is to go work for the number one company and see how you do. All right, they've never been to WWE, so I can't say that they're overrated just because Meltzer's dirt sheet. The people that read Meltzer's dirt sheet voted them the tag team of the year. That's irrelevant. That means nothing to me. The thing is like overrated is how were you pushed on WWE television and whether or not you performed it, or whether or not you underdelivered or delivered. And that's how I would judge you. And since they've never been there, I would not say they're overrated. I said they're not rated yet because they haven't been to WWE yet. So that's my opinion. What do you think, Conan?
What do you think, Joe? You think they're overrated?
No, I don't think they're overrated. I just think that the Bucks, they have a Young Bucks match, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it just all depends on if that's your kind of match that you like. And I've seen some really good Young Bucks matches. I've seen some things where I'm like, okay, I've seen that before. But I've seen them live against Kazarian and Daniels and against the Hardys, and it's two of the best tag matches I've ever seen in person. So, I'd say I'm a Bucks fan.
Okay, this is what the equivalent I'll give it to. When you say he's overrated, it'd be like equivalent of like is Ronald Acuna Jr. overrated because the Braves beat writer did his top 10 outfielders of all time and he ranked Ronald Acuna number 4.
Right.
Like, so then that's it. So I'd be like, okay, well who rated the guy? Like who did bro, they just because Dave Meltzer ranked these guys really high that's not a measuring stick in the big picture of whether or not you're overrated or not.
Well, I just think that, as you know, I'm a big Young Buckaroos fan because I think live they're a great act and they really know how to treat their fans, which is very important
Yes,
nowadays.
they do.
And They've always drawn in Mexico in the Indies. When I brought them in, they drew. They went to New Japan. They got over there and they were champions, which is not easy to do. Their wrestling is always creative. They never call it in. They're very professional. They can cut promos. I just don't think they're motivated right now. Look at them compared to when the company started. Just their body language, their attitude, their everything, bro. It just seems like they don't want to be there. And I could be wrong. Saying they're the worst team of all time, it's such a stretch. Who sent this? JV?
Jared, yeah.
Well, most
Yeah.
overrated of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's quite a stretch because they're still doing their legacy. They could still go to WWE and pop off. You know what I'm saying? So,
And those, their
they're
contracts. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say their contracts supposedly them and Omega are both up at the end of this year, so you never know.
Wait, can he just re-sign though?
Did he? I thought I read
Yes.
that they're okay. Let me check on that one. But
Next is from Matthew Lund.
Yeah, it
Subject
took
is
long enough.
Orange Cassidy overpushed. I'm not an Orange Cassidy hater like say a Jim Cornette and others are, but Cassidy be the most pushed talent. Calculating TV time in 2023, Cassidy has had more TV time so far this year than Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Bryan Danielson, the Elite, and pretty much everyone else. He's also had more TV wins than any other talent in the world in 2023. Is this an example of TK being tone deaf and not understanding how to draw money as a booker, or is this him trying to give the middle finger to the Jim Cornettes of the world and use his platform to spite his doubters? Great job as always, and we'll see you, Disco, when I come to Cauliflower Alley Club this year. No, you won't see me Cauliflower Alley Club. Matthew, just I'm a fan of I'm not a hater of Orange Cassidy's work. I think he's a pretty good worker.
yeah,
His gimmick hasn't evolved at all, but it still works for that fan base. But bro, this guy's a copy paste wrestler every week. He does the exact same thing every week. He wrestles at the opening of the show in a title match against somebody and beats him. He goes backstage. Somebody interrupts his promo, challenges him, and he does the same thing next week. It's like, okay, you need to start, expanding this guy's, brand and make him more creative. Be more creative with your booking of him. All the guy does is wrestle every week.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's fine, but it's like, but yeah, but it's not going to. Over the course of time, people are going to get bored with that. Go ahead.
Right. And bro, he's kind of like the Young Bucks. Very polarizing. But you may not be a hater, but let's face it, the guy's over. He's more over than half the roster. I also like his entrance song, but that's just another. Plus, he always has good matches, and his promos are kind of designed kind of like hooks to be kind of the anti-promo, which works for his slacker gimmick. He may be a personal favorite of Tony's. I don't know. I don't know if he's sticking it to Jim, like you said in this email. But if your booking is based on,
pissing off
somebody's
Jim
criticism, yeah, you're not doing your job. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
think
I get criticized.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just said I get criticized from fans, wrestling so-called experts, who if they had the book and really knew all the you have to put up with wrestlers, TV networks, sponsors, your own companies at times, you would understand. And I'm not looking for no sympathy, but I'm no different than a football coach, an athlete, a director, an actor. You're all open to criticism, which a lot of people unfortunately can't handle.
Yeah, and this guy's point was kind of like Cassidy might be overexposed, and he mentioned Zayn, Owens, and Danielson. And I would say the reason Cassidy's probably on TV having a match every week or almost every week is because he doesn't have the mileage on his body that Zayn, Owens, and Bryan Danielson have. So he's available.
Tony's just a mark for him. That's period. That's obviously.
And
he dressed up like him.
Yeah.
He's living vicariously through the guy.